My 68th video went viral. Well, not viral enough from YouTube standards or audience standards, wherein 1 million views are considered viral, but viral enough from my personal channel standards, wherein one single video never got me so much attraction in less than a week and more than 20 subscribers. So the algorithm is a real thing for sure. I know you might not believe it because it hasn't happened to you, and I was honestly just like that until it happened to me too, which was only very recently. But did the videos after that have the same traction? The answer is no, and I am fine with that because I honestly never expected that video to have more than 1,000 views in the first place. And secondly, as I have said in my previous video, I will focus on the things that I can control and leave the rest on the external forces at play that I cannot control anyways. So would you like to experience something similar? I honestly want that you should be able to experience this, which to be honest might seem a little fast or maybe too shallow at the moment from me because I still have less than 200 followers. But there is one thing I know, that when you are struggling and you have an open mind, you are ready to try anything to bring about a change in your current circumstances. I say this because I am a person who is ready to try new things as long as I am guided and I can see that, okay, someone tried this and it worked out and it looks like it makes sense, so why not give it a try? But unfortunately, the YouTube courses that I look online, none of them is less than $1,000. And I'm sorry, I am a beginner who might not have $1,000 to spend, but that does not mean that I'm lazy or I'm not willing. The question really is that, is information like this, like a YouTube blueprint or a step-by-step guide, is available to me that I can test for myself and see whether it's work or it doesn't work. The second question that is obviously unknown to me at this moment, that will this video reach enough people so that they can see the steps for free? Honestly, I will have to see as it comes. This video is literally a blueprint because it has all the steps in planning and producing a video. Can I guarantee that post following this, your next video will go viral? No. I cannot even say that for this video. But I'm ready to give it a try and see for myself. I'm sure you have heard of the saying, you cannot expect different results with the same action. To want a different outcome, you got to do something different. And if you're curious to know what changes I brought in my strategy, I am more than willing to spill it out. But trust me, I do not want to waste your time because I want to set the expectations right now before we dive in. And that is, you might have heard other people talking about the same thing or similar things, if not the same. So the point is that there is nothing original in this world. Whatever you think is so original or so creative and why nobody thought about this, it is actually just a remixing of an old idea with their experiences and perspective and sharing it with you. It just so happens that it resonates with you because you might have experienced a similar thing and can relate to it. So without any further ado, let's deep dive in. Planning is the key. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, is something Sean Connell talks a lot about in his Think Media videos or his own Sean Connell channel. And that is actually very true. So how do you plan? But even before you deep dive into planning, one question that you need to ask yourself, and that is also the step 0, is why do you want to do this? Why do you want to start your YouTube channel? Why do you want people to listen to you? There is a great video on finding your why. I'm going to link that up. You should look at that video. But if you are answering, or if you are thinking, or if you do not know, whatever that is, if your answer is that you want to add value to the world and make things easier for others, well, that is partially true. I'm not going to say it's not true. All of us are trying here to add value. But I'm talking about diving in really deep and being honest to yourselves. Look around, whoever is on this platform as a content creator, or whoever is on any platform as a content creator, deep down, they are doing it for earning freedom. Now, you want to call that freedom whichever way. It could be financial freedom, it could be time freedom, it could be emotional freedom, it could be calling your own shots freedom, it could be not to be a slave to anyone freedom. So think about your true, authentic why, and it will help you in the next step more than anything else. Because there will be days when you would want to give up, or you will not feel like recording anything, or you will say, I have no ideas, I don't know what to do. And those are the days that if you have your why in front of you, you will stick to the plan that you laid out for yourself. And surprisingly enough, the universe has a beautiful way to do things. That if you are sure about why you're doing this, there would be, plots in your life that will be laid out for you to stick to it. Just so you know, my why is to work from anywhere I want, whenever I want, without worrying about paying my bills, of course, so that I can be with Stella all the time and create art not in pockets, but as a full-time artist. And every time I feel I do not have the energy once I am back from my 9 to 5 to do this, I think of my why, and it just pushes me when I look at the larger picture of why I started this in the first place. Once your step 0 is out of the way, print it, write it down, put it in front of you so that you can keep looking at it every time. The next step is look at your schedule and time available at hand, which is what I did. How many videos I could do per week to be consistent week after week or month after month. And the clear answer was 1 video. For you, it could be 1 video in 2 weeks or 2 videos a week, because you know your schedule best. But keep in mind, consistency is the key element if you're beginning to start anything. And for YouTube, it is extremely crucial. Once that was out of the way and I was sure I could do 1 video a week, I was ready to work on it. So step 2 is a huge topic in itself, but I'm going to crisp it down and literally talk about researching the trending topics on YouTube. And honestly, I never did this for my previous videos. I was just doing whatever came to my mind and I thought that's the best strategy. But maybe there is some truth in the fact that one should research the trending topics, and it is tricky. Why? Because you might see that you don't believe in it. You might see that it's probably not for your audience, or you might feel that, will I be authentic? But the idea here is to have an open mind and just see whether it is your niche. You could be a fitness coach, you could be an artist, you could be a blogger. So you got to see in your niche what they are talking about. What is it that is getting views? What is it that is getting them comments? And now how long back was this video even mean? Was it 2 days ago? What is 5 days ago? Was it 5 years ago? I don't know. So you got to do that basic research to see what the others are talking about and what is getting them traction. It is very important to see how many views that video got and how long ago it was posted. And that is where your flavor or your flair comes to it, because if there is a topic that you think you can talk about, you should make a video on that. Now it's totally up to you whether you want to see their video and then plan this out, or you just want to see the heading and then talk about your experiences and perspectives on that topic. It is totally up to you. What I did, I just saw the heading or the topic of the video and then I started to plan it. I did not watch that video because I believed that I would then get inspired and probably use their language, which I did not want it to do. So just to give you some examples, what could be the common trending topics across probably many niches is my goals for 2024, or how I plan my day as an artist, blogger, teacher. These are some very common generic topics, and they normally gain traction because everyone is talking about them, and you would be interested to know what does an artist do in a day, or what does a fitness coach eat in a day. So those would be very clear ideas or examples as to what you can do, and then you just need to talk about what you are doing. Okay? So that takes care of the research bit on before you even start the video. So just to recap this point, you got to research the trending topics. It could be an overall trending topic, or it could be a trending topic which is suitable for your niche. Once you do that research and you have a fair idea of what is it that you're gonna talk about, it's up to you whether you want to see the video or you don't want to see the video. But the important point is you have to be honest and talk about it from your perspective and how you can add value in that particular topic. And then the next step after I did my research was actually writing down the script. Honestly, prior to my 68th video, I never wrote down a script. I don't know why I didn't do it. I was just winging it and I thought that was the best way of doing it. But maybe it wasn't. Maybe it is. I don't know. But this time, or at least from that particular video, I started writing down my scripts and I started talking, looking at the scripts. Again, this is totally a call that you can take for yourself. I don't know which way you are more comfortable. Currently, I am looking at the script, but I'm also adding pointers in between where I think I can add more. And I'm using a teleprompter to read my script, which I never did before. And if you don't know what a teleprompter is, it is basically an app or a device which you can plug in and it comes in front of the camera so that you are actually looking at the script while looking into the camera. And most of the YouTubers, I believe, use a teleprompter. They might not be talking about it, or some of you might have seen they talk about it. I don't know. I have personally not seen anyone talking about it unless I went ahead and researched teleprompters for YouTubers. I found a lot of videos, but on a general notion, nobody talks about it. But I do believe that they are looking at a teleprompter because they are speaking so fluent and so fast while looking into the camera, and it does not happen if you don't have reference script in front of you. Step 4, once the script was ready, I planned out which areas I could add some other clips explaining the topic better. Basically just moving away from a talking head video all the time. So this is currently a talking head video where I'm looking into the frame. It's majority of the frame is covered by my upper body. So that's a talking head video. And then right next to the script, I will add on the things that I can add, like extra footage, recording the art studio, or recording my screen on the MacBook of how you can do a research, so on and so forth. And I would put these notes on the sideline of the script so that I know when I sit down for the editing, I know that I would need this footage. As a side note, my last two scripts were edited by ChatGPT, and I was just trying it because I thought that it does a very crisp and clear edits. However, I'm not sure whether I want to continue using it because it did not feel very authentic and honest when it edits it. It definitely makes it very clear and crisp, but it also cuts down on a lot of points which add authenticity and value. So I'm still not very sure whether I want to do that or not do that. I will see it for myself before I know that I will definitely be using it or definitely not be using it. Now, step 1 to 4 is something I did from Monday to Friday, which took me between 30 minutes to an hour every day. Some days I might miss it too, but the whole idea was that the scripting as well as editing, the planning, all of that is done between Monday to Friday, where I do not have so much time to record a video. And on Saturday, I would sit down for an hour or so to get all my other footage in place, which I had added in the script, so that while I'm sitting down for my editing, I am not then struggling to find the other footage or recording the other footage, because editing does take a bit of a time. Finally, on Sunday, step 6, I would sit down to record the talking head video. For the first time, I have started taking retakes at least 4 to 5 times to see that all is good. Something that I've never done before, but yes, it does make sense to not say that your first take is the best take, but see how you can change things. Maybe you're talking too straight, maybe you are just reading out verbatim, maybe you are too tight. I don't know. Think of it as a learning in itself as to how you can add more authenticity, if that's the word that I want to use here. And the next is I would do my retakes. I would then sit down to start editing my video in iMovie, which is an inbuilt Apple video editing software. I at the moment do not use any other editing software. iMovie just does the work for me for now. I believe maybe when I grow big, I might be trying a new software or a different software. But at the moment, iMovie just works fine. Then after the video is edited, and it does take a little bit of time. So primarily Sunday is when I would record the video, edit the video, and then I would also create the thumbnail of the video in Photoshop. I know Photoshop because I had done a graphic design course. Honestly, I don't know the software very well, but I can create a thumbnail in the software and it works just fine for me. And the format of the thumbnail is something that I had cracked from a very long time. It is my face most of the time and then the text on one side, and the colors and everything is already being decided. I don't spend too much time except about what do I want to put in the thumbnail. Step 9, once everything is ready, I would just sit down and schedule the video for the week, which I do every Thursday at 4:30 p.m. There is no strategy, there is no plan in this. I just chose Thursday because I had lost Sam on Thursday evening. That's why it's just Thursday. For you, you can decide which day you want to do some research, you want to think of a strategy. It's totally up to you. However, for video to get traction, because I'm a beginner and I'm pretty new, it does take 2 to 3, maybe 4 days for it to gain traction, which is what happened in the video that did get some traction, that I uploaded on Thursday evening, and Sunday and Monday is when it got traction. Ta-da! That is my whole process, beginning till the end. If you would like to know more about each step in detail, please reply in the comments and I will show you exactly how I do each step individually. And of course, if you found this video insightful and if you're using anything from this video or you think this is making sense, please do let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe for more content. Until next time, keep exploring, keep creating, and enjoy your own YouTube journey.